All right, let's dive into the world of Neville Goddard, a mid-20th century mystic and author. We're going to be unpacking some of his teachings.
Yeah, he's got a unique perspective on the power of the mind and manifestation.
Yeah. One of his most fascinating ideas is that everything you desire already exists.
Right. It's not about creating something out of nothing. It's more about aligning yourself with it. Like tuning into a radio frequency that's already broadcasting.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah.
But how does that actually work? I mean, if everything I want already exists, why am I not experiencing it right now?
Well, Goddard believed that our current reality is a reflection of our past beliefs and thoughts. Like a kind of echo.
Oh, interesting. So it's not that our reality is set in stone.
Right. It's constantly evolving based on our inner world. He suggests that everything we experience today, the good, the bad, was once shaped by our thoughts, feelings, beliefs. So if we want to change our reality...
we need to change our inner world.
Exactly. It's about recognizing the power we have to shape our experiences.
So, okay, if I'm constantly thinking about lack or worrying about things, am I actually attracting more of that into my life?
It's not about blame. It's more about understanding the law of creation, as Goddard called it. Your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, they're like seeds you're planting. What you focus on grows.
Okay, so let's say I want to manifest abundance.
Okay.
Does that mean just, like, thinking about having lots of money?
It goes deeper than just thinking. It's about embodying the feeling of abundance. Feeling the joy and gratitude as if it's already yours.
It's like I need to convince my mind that it's already real.
Exactly. Goddard believed that the feeling is key. It's the energy that fuels the whole manifestation process. Think of it like this. Your feelings are the fuel, and your thoughts are the steering wheel.
I see. So how do we do that? How do we convince ourselves? Does that mean faking it?
Not faking it, more like immersing yourself in the experience of your desires. Goddard suggested using visualization and affirmations.
Okay, let's break those down. What did Goddard mean by visualization?
Imagine yourself living the life you desire. Not just vaguely picturing it, but engaging all your senses. Really seeing it, feeling it, hearing it, making it so vivid it feels real.
So it's about creating a detailed mental movie.
Yes, and the more you do this, the more you impress it on your subconscious mind. Goddard believed that our subconscious doesn't differentiate between what we imagine and what we experience in the physical world.
That's powerful. So it's not just about daydreaming. It's like giving our mind a blueprint to work from.
Precisely. You're training your subconscious mind to create that reality.
But what about those times when we doubt or when we're afraid?
Yes, those are like roadblocks on your path to manifestation. Goddard believed our feelings are our compass. If we're feeling anxious, worried, doubtful, it's a sign that we're off course.
So it's not just about positive thinking, it's about feeling it too.
Exactly. Align your thoughts and feelings with your desires. He often used the analogy of a navigation app. Your feelings are telling you if you need to reroute.
Okay, I like that. So what about gratitude? Where does that fit into all this?
Gratitude was huge for Goddard. He saw it as the ultimate state of receivership. The more you appreciate the good, the more you open yourself to receive more good. Right.
It's like we're sending a signal to the universe that says, hey, more of this, please.
Exactly. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your energy and attracting more abundance. It's a way to feel that feeling of your desires being fulfilled.
But let's face it, life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, right? What about when we encounter challenges?
Goddard didn't sugarcoat things. He acknowledged that setbacks happen, but he taught that even challenges are part of the process.
They're not necessarily a bad thing.
Think of them as opportunities for growth and transformation. Maybe you need to learn something, adjust your course, or become more resilient.
So instead of getting discouraged when things get tough, we can try to see those challenges as valuable lessons.
Exactly. Reframe your perspective. What is this teaching me? How can I use this experience to grow?
Okay, that's helpful. It's like those weightlifting exercises that feel difficult in the moment, but ultimately make us stronger, right?
You got it.
But how do we keep that faith when it feels like things are falling apart? When those doubts creep in?
Goddard emphasized the importance of self-love. To truly believe that everything is working out for you, you have to believe you're worthy of good things.
That makes sense. If we don't believe in ourselves, it's going to be a lot harder to believe that good things are coming our way.
Self-love is the foundation. It allows us to step into our power as creators.
And it helps us weather those storms.
Exactly. It gives us the resilience to keep going even when it's tough. Okay, so we've been talking about this idea of acting as if, but what does that actually look like in practice?
Yeah, how do we actually, act as if our desires are already manifested?
Well, it's not about pretending our current circumstances don't exist or, denying reality.
Right.
It's more about shifting our internal state to align with the reality we want to experience.
So it's about cultivating that feeling of our wish fulfilled, even if we don't see the external evidence yet.
Exactly. It's about having faith in the unseen forces that are at work.
Like planting a seed.
Right. You plant the seed and you don't keep digging it up every day to see if it's growing, do you?
No. You trust that it's doing its thing underground, even if you can't see it.
Exactly. You water it, you nurture it, and you have faith that it will eventually sprout and blossom.
So acting as if is about having that same kind of unwavering faith in the process of manifestation.
It's about trusting that our desires are already on their way, even if we don't see the results right away.
And it's about taking inspired action, right?
Absolutely. It's about being open to opportunities that align with our desires and taking those steps that feel guided, even if we don't have all the answers.
Like following those breadcrumbs.
Exactly. We might not see the whole path laid out before us, but we trust that each step is leading us in the right direction.
So it's not just about passively waiting for things to happen. It's about actively participating in the process of creation.
Exactly. And this is where Goddard's emphasis on imagination comes into play.
Oh, yeah. He talked a lot about that.
He believed that imagination is not just for, daydreaming or escaping reality.
It's a powerful creative force.
Yes, he called it the workshop of the mind, where all creation begins.
So we're not just passively waiting for things to happen. We're actually using our imagination to create the reality we want.
Precisely. Goddard encourages us to spend time each day visualizing ourselves, living the life we desire, engaging all of our senses to make it as real as possible in our minds.
It's like creating a detailed mental movie, right?
Exactly. And as we consistently visualize our desired outcome, we're essentially imprinting it on our subconscious mind.
And that subconscious mind starts working to bring it into being, right?
Exactly. It's like giving our subconscious mind a blueprint to work from.
And remember, our subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined.
So the more we can embody the feeling of our wish fulfilled in our imagination, the more likely it is to manifest in our physical reality.
So if I want to manifest abundance, I need to not just think about it, but really visualize myself already living in abundance, feeling the joy and gratitude as if it's already mine.
Exactly. And it's not just about doing it once and forgetting about it.
It's a daily practice, right?
Yes, like brushing your teeth. Make it a habit to align your inner world with your desired reality.
But let's be real, it's not always easy to stay positive and focused on our desires, especially when life throws us curveballs.
Absolutely. Life is full of challenges, but Goddard believed those challenges are often necessary for our growth and transformation.
So instead of viewing them as setbacks, we can see them as opportunities to learn and expand.
Precisely. They can help us develop resilience, strengthen our faith, and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the universe.
Like lifting weights, it's hard in the moment, but it makes us stronger in the long run.
Exactly.
And I think Goddard encourages us to approach these challenges with a sense of curiosity rather than resistance, right?
Yes. He suggests asking ourselves, what is this teaching me? How is this helping me grow?
Because sometimes what we perceive as a setback is actually a redirection towards something even better.
Exactly. Like when your GPS reroutes you because of traffic and you end up discovering a more scenic route.
It's a reminder that the universe sometimes has a bigger plan for us than we can see at the moment.
And sometimes, those challenges are pushing us to let go of something that's no longer serving us.
Making space for something new.
Exactly. Whether it's an outdated belief, a limiting relationship, or a situation that's holding us back, it's about clearing the path for something better to come in.
And ultimately, it's about remembering that everything is always working out for us, even if it doesn't look that way on the surface.
Having that faith that even the most difficult experiences are ultimately guiding us towards our highest good.
It's a powerful message of hope and trust.
Absolutely. But how do we stay aligned with that belief when life feels chaotic and unpredictable?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, right? How do we keep the faith when everything feels like it's falling apart?
Goddard suggests cultivating a sense of surrender.
Surrender. Doesn't that sound a bit passive?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Surrender, in this context, means releasing the need to control every aspect of our lives and trusting that the universe is orchestrating things in our favor, even if we don't understand how.
It's about letting go of the oars and letting the current carry us.
Exactly. It requires a deep sense of faith and trust in the unseen forces that are at work.
believing that everything is happening for our highest good, even if we can't see the bigger picture yet.
And remember, Goddard believed that everything is connected.
We're not separate from the universe, we're a part of it.
Exactly. So when we align our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with our desired reality, we're essentially tapping into the infinite power of the universe to create what we want.
It's a powerful concept, but it all starts with shifting our mindset from one of lack and limitation to one of abundance and possibility.
Believing that everything we desire is already within our reach.
And then acting as if it's already ours.
Right. And one of the most powerful ways to shift our mindset is through gratitude.
Oh, gratitude is so important, right?
It's essential. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we raise our vibration and attract more good things into our lives.
It's like a magnet for abundance.
Exactly. It's about appreciating the good that already exists in our lives, no matter how small.
And as we cultivate that habit of gratitude, we begin to see the world through a different lens.
We start to see the abundance that's all around us.
And we begin to believe that everything is always working out for us, even when we face challenges.
It's about trusting that the universe has our back.
And knowing that even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty, we are being guided and supported towards our highest good.
We've covered a lot today, from visualization and affirmations to gratitude and surrender. But I think one of the most important takeaways from Neville Goddard's teachings is this idea of self-love.
Absolutely. To truly believe that everything is working out for us, we need to first believe that we are worthy of good things.
And that starts with loving and accepting ourselves exactly as we are.
Flaws and all.
Self-love is the foundation for everything else. It's the key to unlocking our full potential and creating a life of abundance and joy. When we truly embrace ourselves, it opens us up to receive, all the good the universe has to offer.
Yeah, it's like removing those blocks.
Exactly.
So we've talked about visualization, affirmations, gratitude, even surrender. But how do we actually bridge that gap between, our current reality and the life we're trying to create?
It can be a bit tricky sometimes,
right?
Because we're doing all the inner work, but, things in the physical world, they don't always change overnight.
Yeah, exactly. It can be frustrating when you feel like you're putting in the effort, but you're not seeing those immediate results. Did Goddard address this at all?
Oh, he did. Goddard was very clear that our physical senses, what we see, hear, touch, those are not the ultimate authority. He said they're just reflecting our past beliefs and thoughts.
Okay, so if our current reality is based on those past thoughts and beliefs, how do we actually change it? How do we break free from those limitations?
Well, that's where faith comes in.
Okay.
Goddard believed that faith is that bridge between the unseen and the seen. It's that invisible force that turns our inner conviction into our outer reality.
So it's not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about cultivating a deep, unwavering belief that our desires are already ours.
Right. It's about trusting that the universe is working behind the scenes to orchestrate the details, even if we can't see how it's all going to unfold just yet.
So we don't have to have it all figured out.
No, not at all. The how is not our concern. Our job is to stay focused on the end result, on the feeling of our wish fulfilled.
Okay, so it's like having that unshakable faith that the sun will rise tomorrow, even if it's currently hidden behind the clouds.
Precisely.
But what about those times when we encounter delays or obstacles? Those moments where it's easy to lose faith when things don't seem to be moving forward.
Absolutely. Goddard reminded us those delays, those obstacles, they're not signs of failure, they're simply part of the journey.
Okay, so instead of getting discouraged, we can choose to see them as opportunities to maybe strengthen our faith or learn something valuable along the way.
Exactly. They might be testing our commitment, pushing us to refine our desires, maybe even redirecting us towards an even better outcome than we initially envisioned.
Right, like those times when you hit a detour but end up discovering a hidden gem that you never would have found otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like the universe might be saying, hey, hang on, I've got something even better in store for you.
Exactly. And Goddard encouraged us to meet those challenges with curiosity, with openness, rather than resistance.
Okay.
Ask yourself, what's this teaching me? How can I use this experience to grow?
Because sometimes the greatest breakthroughs come after our biggest challenges.
Right.
Now, Goddard also emphasized our feelings as our compass, right?
Yes.
So if we're feeling worried or anxious or doubtful, is that a sign that maybe we need to adjust our course a little bit?
Yeah, maybe shift our focus back to that feeling of our wish fulfilled, back to the end result.
It's about retraining our minds to dwell in that reality that we want to create, rather than getting bogged down by, the limitations of our current circumstances.
Exactly.
And one of the most powerful ways to shift our feelings is through gratitude, right?
Gratitude is key. Goddard called it the ultimate state of receivership.
The more we appreciate the good in our lives, the more we attract.
It's like we're sending a signal to the universe that says, hey, we're open to receiving more blessings.
Exactly. And it's not just about benefiting ourselves either, right?
No. Remember, Goddard believed everything is interconnected. So when we express gratitude, we're contributing to a more positive, abundant world for everyone.
Yeah, like throwing a pebble into a pond, creating those ripples that extend far beyond that initial point of impact.
Beautiful analogy. And those ripples can have a profound effect.
Absolutely. So to recap, we can manifest our desires by aligning our inner world with our desired reality, using those tools like visualization, affirmations, gratitude, and really cultivating that deep sense of faith and trust in the process.
Yeah. And when those challenges inevitably arise, we can choose to see them as opportunities for growth and learning, not failures.
Release that need to control every little detail.
Surrender.
And above all, cultivate that deep sense of self-love and worthiness.
Knowing that we are deserving of all the good things life has to offer.
Well, Neville Goddard offered a truly powerful and thought-provoking philosophy. His teachings encourage us to really step into our power as those conscious creators, to believe in the incredible power of our minds to shape our reality.
He reminds us that everything is always working out for us, even when we can't see the bigger picture.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of Neville Goddard, we encourage you to explore his teachings further. Experiment with these concepts in your own life.
Remember, the power to create the life of your dreams lies within you.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the transformative teachings of Neville Goddard. Until next time, keep believing, keep creating, and keep living a life that truly reflects your highest vision.